Okay, this may be the harsh truth, but accessibility is probably your biggest problem. Let's get into it. So when it comes to accessibility, right, we're in control of our own environment. You control who you let in. You control who you let into your house. You control who can see your Instagram posts. You can control a lot of things when it comes to people having access to you. And one thing I want to tell you, everyone do not deserve access to you. And that's the biggest problem with people these days. And hey, I had a problem with it. And unfortunately, as a content creator, you know, a lot of people have access because I have a public profile and things like that, but I'm still more controlled as far as who gets what access and how much access people will get to me, because people will suck you dry as long as you let them do it. So you have to be more in control, have to set those boundaries. So let's think about it this way. You probably had some friends, and every time you get around these friends, they complain, they bring your mood down. You're giving them access to your environment. You're giving them access to do that to you. You're in control of that. So everyone has something called mental capacity. You can only withhold so much mentally. That's why people end up breaking down. That's why people end up depressed. That's why people end up stressed, because your mind can only take so much. So take a look at all the things that you're allowing access to you, whether that's work. Work shouldn't access you past 5, 6 o'clock. Your manager, your teammates, and people like that shouldn't have access to you after a certain point. If they have access to you at 9, 10 p.m., they're going to take advantage of that. Your job is going to take advantage of that. Your manager might take advantage of that. Your coworkers might know you be online around that time. They're going to ping you. You're giving them access, and then that will take away from your mental capacity. That will hinder you from being able to be more positive, be free, be open, be light, be less stressed, be, less depressed. Like, those things can take effect on you. So it all comes with access, accessibility. One thing I always told myself is I pride myself in boundaries and how I control access in my environment. One thing that I do for certain, and again, you probably heard me say this a lot, people get on me a lot for having my phone on silence. It's not on do not disturb, but it is on silence. 9 times out of 10, it's on silence because I want to control when I look at my phone. I don't want to see emails coming up all the time. I don't want to hear emails coming up all the time. I don't want to hear text messages, calls, and things coming up all the time, especially if I'm focused and locked in on work, content creation, my mental time, my mental clarity, my time to be free and just think to myself and be aware. Sometimes we're not as aware when these things are just being distractions to us. So I control that. I just keep my phone on silent all the time. A lot of people are like, well, how you gonna know if I called you? How you gonna know if I text you? How you gonna know? I will know because we're on our phones all the time. I'm gonna pick up my phone 9 times out of 10, at least once every hour. And then I will see it. I wouldn't be able to control my own environment if I let people access me anytime, any day, and don't have that boundary. And that goes for you too. Figure out what areas are you giving people too much access. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be your significant other, it could be your job. Figure out how are you giving people access when they don't need that access, and that access will free up some of your mental clarity, free up some of your mind, your stresses. And another way that I control access is figuring out who I hang around. I'm not the type of person where I need to hang around people. I'm not the type of person where I'm trying to hang out every weekend. I'm not the type of person where I need a bunch of people in my space and need to go out and things of that nature. I'm very particular about who I hang around, who is going to be there, because it might sound a little strange, but everyone don't deserve access to you. Strangers, friends that your friends are inviting over don't deserve access to you. Be more protective of that. Because once people get access, they can take advantage. They can, manipulate things, and we can go into a whole nother video about that, right? People can be jealous of you. People can see what you have going on and think you stuck up and things like that. And that could take effect on how you move. Like, it's a lot of things. So you have to be particular about who you allow in your space and where you allow yourself to be. So accessibility is the key to a lot of problems. And I had to learn that the hard way, you know what I'm saying? I was the type where, you know, I wanted to be around people. I wanted to go out. I wanted to have this many friends. I wanted to be known. But we had to step outside of that and be more. I just noticed the lights back there cut off. We had to step outside of that and be more vigilant about who we allow and where we allow ourselves to and who gets access. Another thing I will say when it comes to you, right? Start jotting down ways that you can be more disciplined when it comes to access. And when I say disciplined, I say this because it's easy to not be disciplined when it comes to people having access to you and accessibility, right? It's easy for you to pick up that call. It's easy for you to be there for somebody. It's easy for you to be like, oh, let me text this person. I haven't heard from them in a while. If you're the only one that gotta hit somebody up, if you're the only one that gotta check on somebody, if you're the only one that gotta see how somebody doing and how people doing and nobody call you, nobody check on you, should you be giving yourself in that access to them? You know what I'm saying? So the main takeaway that I want you to take from this video is controlling your atmosphere, controlling that access. And just don't care about what other people think about those boundaries. A lot of people switch up because they try to close off that access and close up that boundaries, and now somebody coming and saying, oh, you think you better than them. Now somebody coming to you thinking like, oh, you snotty now, or somebody thinking like, oh, you switched up, oh, you. No, I'm just trying to control my environment. I'm not about to be stressed over other people. I'm not about to be depressed because of other people. I'm not about to put myself out there and I don't want to be somewhere for other people. A lot of things that we do and end up doing in life is for other people and not for ourselves. And that's what I want people to steer away from. Do things for you. Do things because you want to do it. Go somewhere because you want to go there. Be somebody's friends because you want to be their friend. Allow people into your space because you want to allow them, and you've done a great check to be like, you know, this person deserves to be around me. They're great people, great energy, positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way and it's slept on. Allowing people access is very detrimental. And one thing that I get on a lot of people about is everybody has that one friend or that one ex or that one person that used to like you that can just pop in your life anytime. Hell, I've done it before. I'm like, oh, I ain't talked to this person in a while. Let me talk to them, see what's going on. They know that you will allow them access into your life. And you have control over that. They can ease in, mess up your relationship, mess up a friendship, try to ease back on in, try to get back in your good graces, and you allow them to do that. Now you're instantly giving them access to do that, to then again screw you over again, get you in an emotional bind, like, you know what I'm saying? And we can only blame ourselves for that type of access. We can only blame ourselves for allowing that to happen. The best thing to do is cut them off, keep it moving, cut the situation off, keep it moving. And if they circle back, if they spin the block, keep it dead it. Don't allow them access. And I see women doing this a lot because, like I said, I'm a man. I done did it before where I know, let's say me and a girl, we stopped talking or whatever. And I'm like, you know something, one day I'm gonna hit her back up, see how things go. 3 months go by, hit her up, boom, she let me come back, boom, 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 talk to her, whatever, one thing leads to the next. It happens. Men do it, women do it, people circle the block for several different reasons. And it's all about you having control on how much access you give somebody. But that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to say that because I've seen this so many times. Talk to friends, talk to people, talk to family members, and I always recognize where people have access and accessibility issues, allowing too much things to take control over their time, their energy, their effort by allowing access. So I don't want you to be that person. You know what I'm saying? I done been there on the receiving end. I done been there on the giving end. You know what I'm saying? We don't need none of that. So that's my video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also leave a comment in the comment section if you found this video helpful, if you have any other tips, if you have any stories that you want to share. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I'm gonna be replying down below. Love to see it, and I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I'll catch y'all next video. Peace.